Today is our famous Shakedown sail day.
I hope everything's gonna be fine with the new sails.
We are a little bit shattered. You ready to go?
Yeah.
Let's do it. Good morning, good morning. So after almost 6 months of Talia being here in the dock, only moving when a breeze kicks up, today is the day that we take this baby out for a spin. That's right, today is our famous Shakedown sail day. So a Shakedown sail is basically the first sail of the season. We're not feeling 100% on our game today. I think that's because we've fallen victim to this time of year in a liveaboard community like this. What happens is there tends to be a lot of get-togethers, people saying goodbye as they start shipping out as the sailing season starts. And that was no exception yesterday. We started with a wine tour and wine tastings out in a place called Vittoria in Sicily here. So we started at, I think, 11 o'clock in the morning, and then ended up having a big dinner here on board Traveller 4 with our buddies Jane and Arnie, and of course the guys from Coolbody as well, so that's Grant and Bronwyn. So yeah, we are a little bit shattered today, but really very, very excited to get Talia out and see if we remember how to do this. So after stowing away the obvious fall risks and performing our wobble routine on the engine, we were almost ready to cast the lines.
We are actually almost ready to go for our first sail of the year with Talia. So we are pretty excited, or I am. The weather is just, it's perfect. And I saw the sea this morning when I went to the supermarket, and it's actually very quiet with a bit of breeze. So I think we're gonna have a really nice sail. Yesterday we had so much fun. I think since we are here in Marina de Ragusa, I think that was the best day ever here. Really nice day, like I had so much fun, I laughed a lot and it was really good. So today's a good day as well, and I hope everything's gonna be fine with the new sails. It's gonna be a test, so let's go.
So we wanted to focus on two key areas during our Shakedown sail. 1. Check all systems functioned correctly after Talia's hibernation. And number 2, polish up on our skills after our hibernation. Starting with our navigation instruments, I'd updated the Navionics card the day before and just wanted to refresh on our MFD's different functions.
Are you looking at the weather?
Yeah, it's saying be around 15 knots. It's alright, you ready to go?
Oh yeah.
Let's do it. Running through the drills of close quarter maneuvers with Law was next on the menu. The guys from Coolbody kindly agreed to downsize for the day and crew on board Talia. With ambitions to find a quiet bay to stop for lunch, Jane and Arnie from Traveller 4 were only too willing to buddy boat with us.
Thank you for those 2 glasses of red I didn't need last night. There you go. Come on out, let's go.
So we are leaving right now, and Traveller 4 is in front of us. We're gonna cruise with them today. Probably we're gonna go to Donalichetta to anchor there and maybe have lunch on the beach. We don't know yet. It's a bit of, you know, go with the flow today. The weather is perfect, and I'm so happy to see that Talia is actually moving right, and let's hope that with the sails everything's gonna be fine, but so far so good. Yeah, let's see.
Once we were out of the marina, it was fenders in and sails up, baby. After 6 months in hibernation, almost daily trips to the Chandlerian hardware store, and the addition of a new mainsail and genoa, it felt so good to be back on the water.
If you enjoy these videos, why not consider becoming a patron of Sailing Talia? As a member of Team Talia, get access to an exclusive look behind the scenes and help us decide on what kind of videos you'd like to see. Head over to sailingtalia.com to find out more. So I got to admit that before upgrading the sails, we'd crossed half the Med with 17-year-old sails and no telltales. Needless to say, our sail trim left a lot to be desired. It was really helpful to have Grant and Bron on board to get their tips on how to read those telltales.
Just a little bit. But you've got the top ones there. If you need, if they're sort of flying up, you can just pull that either in or up the track.
Stand by on 77 over.
Good. Alright, so let's get this heading in the right direction then, shall we? As we were making a very leisurely 4 knots, I decided to show off my latest invention, the toilet roll fishing line. It wasn't particularly well received. So I refashioned an old trawling board that had come with the boat and added my new favourite lure.
Yeah, I'd say that.
But I don't like these lures.
You
This
don't
one
need
is
to
a bit...
stick on it.
No. This one's a bit heavy and...
Elaborate.
Let's try and take this off.
I think you need to go up to the Chandlery and show him the kit.
Daniele will kick me out. He'll say, "What are you doing in here with that rubbish? Go back to wherever backward country you came from."
The fish of the Mediterranean can relax.
I don't think they were that worried in the first place. A tribute to Traveller 4's trawling technique. Always got to kiss the lure before you drop it in. Bam, directly into the propeller. Sadly, but unsurprisingly, we didn't actually catch anything.
Well, we left the marina and we are now sailing to Donna
Lucata.
We're probably gonna drop the anchor there and have some lunch with everyone here on board and our boat buddy.
That's right, our buddy boat.
Our buddy boat.
Yeah, so we've got a bit of crew on board today. The other Aussies from Coolbardie in the marina have very kindly decided to jump on board with us for today's sail. And basically that means that we get to test all of the systems are working with witnesses, which is always a bad idea. It's always better to hide these things, right, when things break and go wrong. No, but so far Talia has been very kind to us. All systems are functioning. Very excited to drop the anchor for the first time for the year. Until then, auf Wiedersehen. Halfway into the trip, we were very surprised to cross paths with our old friends on board the Long Summer. We hadn't seen these guys since Sardinia, so we called them on the VHF and discovered that they'd come for a couple of weeks in the Sicilian sun. Once we arrived in Donna Lucata, it was way too windy and rolly to really enjoy lunch altogether. So the decision was made to quickly test if we remembered how to anchor correctly, first with Law at the helm, and then hightail it back to the marina. With the testing of all systems now complete and confirmation that there was no water in the bilge, we left the anchorage and beat into 17 knots back to the marina.
Forward. Sit on forward. I've got the thingy as well. High pitch, lower. Later. Now pitch. Double line. No, just go around and send it back to me, that's fine. Really? Yeah, right again. We're not there yet. We're still a nice orange color. Perfect entry, look. Thank you. Fantastic. Survive. But yes, become a rock. We made it. So we just got back from our Shakedown sail and it was surprising. Very, very surprising. I was under the impression that a shakedown sail meant that not only the obvious things shaking down, but that's where you identify a bunch of problems. And what was the surprise?
Nothing went wrong.
Exactly, nothing went wrong. We were extremely lucky, I think.
Yeah, we were.
I'm not sure if it was luck or if we've just been taking care of Talia, or if Talia's just taking care of us.
I think that you know your boat more and more, and you know how it works, and the few installations you did, like install
The different
the
systems.
sails and everything, you did it right, and that's why it worked.
No, all the systems seem to have worked well. There doesn't seem to have been any leaks. The one big surprise for me, though, was definitely the new Genoa. So obviously they're both exactly the same size as the old ones, except they perform a hell of a lot better because they're brand new. But the thing that really shocked me was how easy it was to furl up the head sail when we were done with it. That was really back-aching work with the old sail.
Yeah, I remember that.
So, yeah, I'm very, very happy with our first sail for the season, even though we were beating into the wind on the way back.
Yeah, and we haven't been able to have the lunch at anchor because it was too rolly and windy.
So we managed to test out the anchor as well, and it was in a very, very rolly bay, and there was 19 knots of wind on the nose when we were doing it. But it all worked well. We did the manual drop as well, so the dead drop of the anchor for the first time ever, and all went well. Law was at the helm, and she set the anchor perfectly well for her first time.
I had some help.
So now we're going to have a small barbecue on the main pontoon with everyone, since today is actually the last week of most people's contracts here for the winter. So a lot of people are leaving this week, which means barbecue and beers.
Oh yeah.
Yes. Anyway, see you later.
See ya. Thanks for watching. If you like what you see, don't forget to click that like button. And if you're new here, make sure you hit subscribe so you don't miss a step along the way. See you next week.
Cheers, legends.